ZARTAN. Have you located Dr. Shakur yet?
Yes, but so has G.I. Joe.
Not to worry, though, Commander. I have a special surprise waiting for them.
Coming up on Crossfire Collectibles, we have the G.I. Joe Super7 Ultimates San Diego Comic-Con exclusive 2024 Jungle Trap ZARTAN. Stick around. What's up, and welcome to Crossfire Collectibles. Today's video, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the G.I. Joe Super7 Ultimates San Diego Comic-Con exclusive 2024 Jungle Trap ZARTAN. So, as you guys mainly know, I mostly do a lot of G.I. Joe videos. I've only done one Super7 Ultimates figure, and that would be Cobra Commander. But I have quite a few of them, and I don't really open them. I just kind of have them sitting around for a rainy day. But I wasn't planning on getting any more unless maybe I got them on clearance, but I was very tempted to get the ZARTAN figure that was previously released. I have not. But after seeing Super7 was going to release an Ultimates figure at San Diego Comic-Con in 2024, I kind of couldn't resist. So I ordered him. I think he's still available on the Super7 website. He was $55, and let's see what he's all about. So here is the packaging. You can see you have this red sleeve. It kind of looks like a red burlap underneath. It's got the Dreadnought skull with a knife through it. Top secret. Some holes in there revealing the back, which looks like it's a snake face. Around the back, you have G.I. Joe. Sides are blank. The top Ultimates. So let's go ahead and remove the sleeve. And there is the Jungle Trap ZARTAN. Pretty cool. You see it's got this windowed packaging inside the mouth of this snake here. Ultimates at the top. Snake scales on the sides. G.I. Joe at the bottom. Around back, more snake scales with ZARTAN's kind of face paint, imprinted onto it. And inside, you got a bunch of hands, pistol, a knife, and some other stuff down here. He comes with this cloak, which is kind of neat, I guess, if you remember the episode. So yeah, neat. Let's go ahead and pop him open. But first, please subscribe to the channel. Alright, now normally I'll just cut the tape. This was half peeled, and I guess to save the value of the exclusive, I'll go ahead and just peel that. And let's slide out the contents. Alright, so remove fairly nicely. Let's go ahead and take out the plastic dungeon, set it up to the side. We'll show you the backdrop, which is the G.I. Joe explosion that we used to see in all the retro cards. Pretty cool. Place that right back into the box and put it off to the side. And let's peer over the accessories here. Alright, so first, go ahead and take out some of these accessories. Alright, so first up, we have this small horn here. You can see it's all this like kind of darker beige color. There's your little holes at the top so you can play your notes. Doodle-doo-doo. Pretty neat. So here is the lid to the basket. Move up to here. And you have the Cobra tiara. I think this was for mind control. You see you got the red, lights around it. The Cobra at the top in gold. The rest of it has that darker beige color. Neat. Moving on. We have a knife. You got a kind of metallic silver blade with a black handle. Pretty good detail in the ridges on it. Then you have ZARTAN's classic pistol, very reminiscent to the Real American Hero cartoon. pretty accurate. Very cool. All black. The barrel's a bit warped down, but it's alright. And you have a bunch of hands in here, so let's go ahead and pop all these out and we'll go over them. Alright, so first hand, we have a right pointing hand. So he's got, you know, the index finger pointed out. Put it to its side or straight up like that. All black glove and a hinge peg to be able to move in and out. And next, you have a right and a left open hands or chopping hands. Pretty cool. You can actually see like some fingernail detail in there as well as the knuckles. So that are definitely like skin tight gloves. And they each also have a hinge peg to allow inward and outward. And then last set of extra hands, you have these grip hands. They have trigger fingers. See, the index fingers are separated from the hands themselves. Again, in the all black gloves. And these hinges will allow it to move down and up. And same for both. Alright, moving down to the last accessory here. And here's where you bring in your lid. And this would be the lid for this basket here with the Cobra that pops out of it. And it has a little live readout from Cobra Commander. You can set that back down. That kind of just sits off to the side. You know, so when he's playing his horn, doodaloo doo doo doodaloo doodaloo, you know, the Cobra will pop out. And then you get the Cobra that comes out. So, you know, also with the camera in the mouth, so he can report back to Cobra Commander. Cobra looks good. Very animated and cartoon-like. It's like, kind of just like a little sticker, you know, from the screen with Cobra Commander on it. And then the basket. This Cobra actually can spin and turn into it. That's pretty neat. And it's got some weight to it too, so I think it's actually fully solid. It's not hollow. We'll set those off to the side. And now we'll go ahead and go over our Zartan heads. So we'll pop the first two out. And then we'll go over the bald head first. You see he's got the black makeup. He's got green eyes, like fully green. I notice if you look at Zartan from the cartoon, he had like really green eyes. And then you have his hooded head, and that's attached to the hood. So he's got that kind of, you know, look of shock. Oh. And, how many of you, when you were younger and watched G.I. Joe, did you think that was a hood or his hair? Be honest. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, there's your ball socket at the bottom. Pretty cool. And now let's get the figure out. So he's attached by these little straps here. So I think what we can do is probably just cut it. And there we go. And then we'll pop the figure out. And take a peek at Zartan in his little druid robe. Now, seeing this in pictures, it was more of a brown, and this is actually more red in person. It looks pretty cool. I'm actually not going to use, you know, this robe with the figure. I want to have him displayed up on a shelf, you know, with another Ultimates figure, you know, mainly my Cobra Commander, because I boxed up the rest of them. But I really want to check out how he looks. But the robe feels well made. You know, it's pretty thick. That's nice. But yeah, we don't need it, so we're gonna go ahead and slide it off of him, so we can actually get a look at the figure. That around his head and pull those off of his arms. Yeah, there we go. There's that cartoon-looking Zartan I was looking for. Very cool. You can actually look at the I guess, the plastic that the skin is exposed with, and you can tell it's a different type of plastic. Now, the cool part and main reason why I did get this figure is because he color changes. So I definitely need to check that out. Luckily, it's not a cloudy day, and it is kind of sunny out. So we will be taking him outside and showing this off on camera. So you can see he's got his hood. I like the straight face. I think I'm going to keep that one. How's that head look? The plastics look a little different, but I'm going to take these out anyway just to see if they change as well. He's got that nice body armor. Looks pretty good. The shoulder pieces up here. He's got the long black gloves. Down to those, you know, kind of brownish red pants. He's got the thigh plates in the blue color. And the classic traditional Dreadnought Zartan boots. Holster on the right thigh. So let's go and check his articulation out. So head is on a ball joint. Can do a full 360. It can move a little bit down and up. A little side to side. Not much with the hood on. We'll check out the arms. They can do a full 360. There's bicep rotation. With the shoulder bells on, they don't really move around too much, but you can pop them off and they can move up. And we'll just pop them right back on. He's got single jointed elbow, and the hand will rotate a full 360. Both fist hands on the figure, and the hinge pegs allow them to move out and in. We're going to go ahead and get rid of these, and we're going to use grip hands. So we're going to pop one on right there, move around to the other one, pop that off. Let me see, will the gauntlets slide off? I think they want to, but they're on there pretty good. That's okay, we're not worried about it. And we're going to slap in the other grip hand right there. Alright, so mid-torso, he's got some swivel and maneuvering. I can do an ab crunch that far forward, that far back. You got some waist swivel as well as mid-torso swivel. Alright, down to the legs. Let's see, he's got the hinge. Allow the leg to go out that far. It can move forward that far and back that far, not much at all. Single jointed knee. Calf swivel at the bottom of the pant and top of the boot. And down at the ankle, it's got the hinge, allow the foot to go that far forward and that far up. So, all right, there's our Zartan. And I'm gonna crack them feet and get them more stable to stand. We'll go ahead, throw his pistol in his holster to see how it fits. And we'll get his knife and slide that in the boot. So that looks great. And that's pretty much it for our Zartan. We're not going to put him in a crazy pose because I do want to go check out how the sun will distort him. But while we have the bald head out, let's go ahead and throw that little mind control device on him. There we go. So that's that. I would likely, if I was going to keep the robe, you know, use this head, and I don't know if I'd have the hood up or not, but something like that to where, you know, he's kind of being showed, because it's pretty creepy looking. But I'm not going to do that, we just want to go with this. So bear with us, we're going to go ahead, run him outside, set him under the sun for a few minutes, and then I'll be back with the color change. So here he is directly in the sun. You can definitely see the color difference. It's really bright in this point where I'm standing, and I got him against a white door. So if you look at the arm joints, you can actually see that would be the original color, and that's the rest of him right here. Kind of disappointed it's not a totally, you know, dark blue, but that's pretty cool anyway.
I hate the sunlight. I hate it.
All right, and now we're back inside. We were literally maybe a minute from walking outside back to inside, and the color is already back to normal. So that's kind of a disappointment, you know. You figured he'd stay, you know, a darker shade for at least a few minutes, but nope, it was like instant transform back. The heads did change color as well, so that was cool. But yeah, apart from, you know, the not much time, you know, it kind of sucks. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and give Zartan a comparison. So here is the G.I. Joe Ultimates Jungle Trap Zartan with the G.I. Joe Retro Collection Zartan. I went ahead and bent the knees on the Jungle Trap Zartan because it makes him more of a, I guess, leveled out size comparison. But he does, if I straighten his legs up, stand a bit taller. Put them legs in, you can see the height difference. So now we're going to go ahead and throw some stands up into the feet and toss them up onto the turntable and give you some final thoughts.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
Be sure to check out our previous videos. A link will always be pinned in the comments.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
Alright, so here you have it. The G.I. Joe Super 7 Ultimates San Diego Comic-Con exclusive 2024 Jungle Trap Zartan. He's alright. You know, I'll be honest, I did expect a little more. I'm kind of disappointed in the color change status. It won't last long. I mean, literally walked from outside directly inside and was filming again within a minute, and, you know, the color change already wore off. So, that's a bit of a bummer. I do like the homages to the cartoon. You know, you have the Druid cloak, you have the snake basket, the little flute horn, whatever you want to call it. The extra heads, a nice, you know, bundle of extra hands if you need them. He's got the little tiara, the knife, and the gun. So, I mean, he's well stocked with some stuff, and it's just, the color changing was the main reason I got him, and it just doesn't last. So, that's kind of a bummer. But he is an exclusive. I guess, you know, if you're a Super 7 Ultimates fan, he's a definite must. He is not sold out. I did not read any reviews, and I did not watch any reviews either, you know, prior to doing this, you know, because I'd like to be, you know, a first to figure it out on my own. And that really sucks about the color change. I mean, you figured, you know, it would last at least maybe 5 minutes or something. If you remember the old school figures, you know, from the 80s, I think they lasted a good, you know, a little bit once they were inside. And over the years, you know, if something got left outside and you brought it in and you were like, oh man, I forgot about it. I've seen figures whose color has not changed back, and that's crazy. But unfortunately for this, the color does change back, and it's rapid. It is not a long-term process. It is quick and fast, so don't expect to keep your Zartan in, you know, the color changing form, unless maybe you keep him under maybe some type of heat light or something. I don't know, if a UV light maybe might do it. I don't have one handy, so I can't test it, but that's unfortunate. But overall, the figure's pretty cool. A little bit taller than you would expect for it to fit with a classified figure. I know the scale of these. You know, they're roughly 7 inches. You know, they are bigger than the classified, but I still think my go-to will be the classified. I do plan on taking probably my Retro Zartan and swapping the body out with the Master of Disguise, so that way he can color change in the freezer, which is awkward. But, you know, at least I'll have a color changing Zartan, and I'll put him on the retro body to more match the cartoon style. But if you're after a cartoon figure, this definitely fits the bill. He looks great. Posability, again, with Super 7 Ultimates, it's not highly accurate, but you can move him around a little bit. And this is probably about the closest I'm going to get him to something I like to display him on the shelf. And, you know, that's what we got with it. But anyways, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please, like always, leave that giant thumbs up, subscribe, tickle that bell so you're notified when we post future videos. Be sure to follow us on social media, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
I hate it.